This is one of those offensive performances that I'll never forget. What a game.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and themselves. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts sliding out of the pocket. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick six to take the lead.
Partner, you'd have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say that their plan worked to perfection.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Eluding the pressure right. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, Hurts. This is caught. Touchdown! Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. He's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. They'll go option to the short side. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. And they will elect to decline the penalty. Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline. On 4th down, here's the option. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. An excellent run there coming from out wide. And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 1-yard touchdown run for Miles Sanders. And the Eagles have taken the lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy. Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, we'll see how this offense responds. Remember the last time they were out, they went for it on 4th down, did not get it, and that led to a touchdown on the other side. So they need a response here. They certainly do, and I just have a question for you. You think that was a gut feel, or was that analytics that came into play there deciding to go for it on 4th down? That felt like gut to me. What about you? Yeah, absolutely, because the way it backfired, where they are in the game, all those things, that didn't feel like an analytics call. That certainly felt like, hey, I feel like we can get this right now. And unfortunately, it didn't. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
They go play action with Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Play action. Here's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. On the sneak, it's Hurts. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is third and goal. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. At the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, Watkins diving, he's got it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. Hurts. They'll roll him out right. Again, that's Watkins. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Only took them 3 plays, and they're already in the red zone, just like that. So this play, until recently, only something you'd probably expect to see in a college game, but running quarterbacks are certainly in vogue, and this turned into a big play.
And you and I both know that for a long time, coaches worried about their quarterbacks taking too much punishment, running plays like this, and they still worry about it. But when you can break up big chunks of yardage like that, it's worth the risk. Plus, you're coaching that quarterback to see those guys coming and get down before the big hit occurs.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and can be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
That's pulled in at the 32. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins from 17 yards out. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt, the will as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Oh, nice saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts rolling to his right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Play action now, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. On the move past the 40. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Jameis to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's third. Working out of the gun, Winston. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 46 yards. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here this one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside. It's caught at the 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first and 10, it's Mostert. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mega.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. There he goes left side. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Following the interception, Winston sliding out of the pocket. Thomas brings it in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints have moved out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
He'll buy some time to a hit, and the ball is out. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down.
Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add. EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New Orleans Saints. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Play action now, Dalton. They'll roll him out right. That would complete downfield to Thomas. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this down near the 20. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. From the red zone now, Winston. Rolling to his right. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Screen play, McKinnon. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
And some room to maneuver. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try with McKinnon, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jerick McKinnon punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the two-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. Dancing to his left. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On play action, Winston. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Play fake, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Winston. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Alvin Kamara on the slant. He's got room at the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A first down throw for Winston. Rolling to his left. And Winston lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Marcus May with a pick.
Now he exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Off the play fake, Winston. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an eye formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
A little old-school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Forced it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop him. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. Flushed out right. Winston into the slide, and he's got a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston. He'll buy some time right. And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good. Got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
He finds McKinnon, complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think
he's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman as the 1st half is winding down. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From the 10. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On second down, Winston again. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Winston and the Saints now with a first and 10 at their own 21. On play action, they'll throw out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. Meanwhile, Winston's throw complete there to Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And they'll work from the 29 on second and 6. From the shotgun, it's Winston. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll throw again. Winston. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get.
Complete, the tight end, Kelsey.
And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And again, it's Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reid.
And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
88 yards.
And the Chiefs strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. To throw, Winston. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Winston now from the 50. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Throwing again on second down. Winston throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. Again, it's Winston. Escaping the pressure right. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Flush to his right. This one taken in by Olave. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Winston to throw. Steps away. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Touchdown, Saints! Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture? That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Mahomes.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Following the interception, Winston steps away to his left. It's complete, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Mahomes to throw it.
Being chased out left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to get the football.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Baltimore Ravens. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
From the 29, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Now a run up the middle with Drake. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
It certainly looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the Kansas City Chiefs. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Play action now. Winston. They'll roll him out right. His throw incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
On play action, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Winston.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. Back deep is Kadarius Toney.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They go play fake. Mahomes. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Off the play fake, Winston. Rolling to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Trying the left side with Kamara. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And no hesitations. They go right back to Kelsey. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 52 yards. Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Here's Winston. Finding Taysom Hill complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Play fake. Winston. Open man downfield is Hill. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. They complete it to Hill. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Kamara trying the right side. And a loose football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints are back within a couple of the lead. Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. They'll turn to Kamara. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but, hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match?
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Screen play, McKinnon. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Mahomes now to throw. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Hey, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefsans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23. Now, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So he gets caught trying to extend the play, and he ends up watching them score on an interception instead.
And what's the old proverb, Brandon? Discretion is the better part of valor. Certainly applies here. You have to admire what he tried to do, extending the play and trying to make something happen. But he definitely needed discretion. Throw it away, run it, do anything other than throw that pick 6.
Here's Winston completing a quick throw out wide. And this will be caught. They get the 2, and they double them up now at 16-8. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Flush to his right. Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 30 on second down, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Now it's Mahomes again. Eluding the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than
right
down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the second quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. And the Chiefs are going to get him. George Karlaftis. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance, knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
56. Mike, 56, right there, 56. You ain't going nowhere.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Back near his own goal line, Winston. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now Winston on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And some space here. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. There's Chris Olave. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Well, Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Fourth down, Winston. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Straight ahead they go with McKinnon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about a job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. Here's Winston. Flushed out right. That one complete to Hill. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Winston. They go screen. This is Ingram. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Third down, trying to get a little bit closer. From here, the field goal would be 55 yards. A 10th carry for Kamara. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And we are all tied here in the final stages. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Mahomes. Complete, Valdez-Scantling, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mahomes will throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, he EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. Right away, he lost the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Kamara. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. To throw, Winston. Got an open man. It's Olave. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Winston. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 there, a full 10 yards, so that one hurts. And it brings up 3rd and goal.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
After the sack, they come up on 3rd and goal from the 18. They go play action. Winston on the move to his left. Is to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down. Winston to the sideline here on 4th down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try. The kick by Lutz is good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Going right back to Akers.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Demario Davis there on the stop. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try the air now with Stafford.
They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On second and goal, Stafford.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Van Jefferson from 6 yards away. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 10 yards, good for his Saints. First down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Play action now. Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by his former FSU teammate Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.